Well, welcome back, everyone. It has been an exciting week in markets, with markets pulling back from extraordinarily stretched highs. Let's take a quick look at the market using the tutelage from that class and building as well. We know when we take a look at the Champion Trend Pack Toolkit, it's a suite of indicators developed by champion trader Rob Hoffman over decades of work and winning competitions. We know that the start of the sequence of that Champion Trend Pack Toolkit comes with the Champion Trend and the Champion Cross. We then see typically wealth signal follow, and then breakout forecasters follow. And we then see a period where we pull back and retest some of the breakout forecasters before we are able to resume. Now, resuming that sequence can happen without wealth signal, but with range breaker, as we saw presenting right there in early June. And then again, right over here. But what we didn't have on the daily chart on our way up was consistently on the resumptions were breakout forecasters one after the other. What we had was a melt up and then pullbacks. Now, the melt up happened 2 times in earnest, and we did see price action get extraordinarily stretched. Now, where are we? Well, price actions come down below the Champion Trend and the Champion Cross buy zones. So we've broken those. We certainly don't have the Champion Cross buy dot down there. And the question now is there more downside to go? This is where we can introduce multiple time frames to enhance the outlook. So what I'm going to do is zoom back out now so you can see a 4-hour chart and a 1-hour chart. We're really going to focus on the 4-hour chart as it tends to throw its signal out 3 to 5 days out in advance. Now we know the sequence on the sell side started over here in earnest with Champion Trend and Champion Cross in a sell signal state, followed by wealth signal and breakout forecasters taking us down. We pulled back up and tested the last couple of breakout forecasters and pushed back down again. We got wealth signal again. That wealth signal indication came on the 6 a.m. Eastern Time bar today. We now are seeing a couple bars down. Obviously, the zone is growing. The intensity of the negativity grew. We have yet to move into stage 3, but here's the catch. Once we're in stage 2, the odds to jump to stage 3 are dramatically higher than what you would expect they normally would be, and of course, dramatically higher than being just in stage 1. So we are now in a spot where the expectation for a continuation down is still in play. But if I take a look at that 1-hour chart that looks at 3 to 6 hours, it's getting a little exhausted. It's still in stage 3 from its last sell sequence. We've got breakout forecaster after the other, one after the other, but you'll notice the last bar, which is the current bar right over there, doesn't have one. Now, we get an absence of a few bars. The expectation would be a pullback up that can take us from the 5480s on the S&P E-minis back up to potentially the low to mid 5520s at the high end. And then the expectation would be a push back down again. A repair could be installed only if we see price action really get up into that 5550-ish area or higher for the S&P E-minis. So at this stage, a continuation down after a brief counter trend bounce would be the way I see things likely playing out. Where could it take us eventually? Well, the destination from here, on the assumption that the selling continues where the signals have left us, we get a counter trend bounce that does not go back into repair mode and gets pushed back down again. Well, then we get action that can take us all the way down towards this territory, the 5370s and 5380s. Now, one of the interesting things that you can see on charts like these are tools that we can add in. You can see the Champion Trend Pack Toolkit that's added in here, and it's so easy on WealthCharts for me to add in other tools. I'm going to just go over to the Add Indicator area, and very simply over here, I'm going to add in the MSR channel. So the MSR channel, very simply going to be added on. I'll put them on right over here so you can kind of see them. That's applicable to Ultimate Wealth Chart members. And I'm just going to go with their default settings as of right now. And what I want you to really focus in on is the channel. So the channel are these 3 lines right over here. today is the first day that we've actually closed below the channel. Now, if you've been listening to Rob for years, you know that 2 daily closes below the channel is effectively a trend change. It's a shift in that direction. So we're going to be watching for that very carefully. It also can serve as an area of resistance as we come back up. Now, you've heard me say a couple of times, if we come back up above the 55.50-ish area, perhaps we're in a repair. We'd be in the upper half of the channel at that point, offering more of a chance to continue. I don't expect that. My expectation would be an attempt to come back up towards the bottom of the channel, perhaps poke our hairs into it, but not be able to hold on and then fully get flushed right back down. Folks, I hope that this has been a useful and tactical view of the market that can be used as part of your information and decision making. Thank you for being the best students in the world. A very, very warm welcome to all of the new Wealth Charters and all of our loved, long-standing students. Everyone in the Active Trader Room, wishing you a wonderful rest of your day.